Hi there Pokemon fans, Fargemon 101 here with a Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer breakdown video for you. So this is the second one of these I've actually recorded, and the third if you include the reaction video where I can get the audio to sync. The second one I actually uploaded yesterday, and before it had even published it got hit with a copyright strike. Really frustrating, because I thought I'd done more than enough to actually avoid the copyrights when looking at some of the other videos online to see how they'd done it to avoid the getting copyrighted. I'd actually done a lot more than some other videos, but for some reason mine got kicked. So you guys won't have seen that one. So what I've done here is I've just put some still images from the trailer. We're not going to show any actual footage itself. You guys can track those down. We're going to go through the Japanese trailer first. We're going to highlight some of the Easter eggs in there, because I think it was quite a cool little trailer. We're going to do a breakdown of some of the key bits from the game as well, guys. So we're going to jump into it for you. So the Japanese trailer opens up with this cool little shot of the original Pokemon games. Obviously Pikachu sat there. It's a nice little shot, just a bit of nostalgia to kick things off with this trailer. The trailer actually follows the story of a young boy who is moving to Hawaii from Japan, and it's all about him sort of settling in and making friends. It's definitely worth a watch, guys, so definitely go and check it out if you haven't already seen it. We see a picture on the screen here. Obviously these games are available on eShop. You can to download as well, so if you haven't done those, definitely go and do that. They're absolutely wicked. And the Pokemon that you catch on this will also transfer over to Sun and Moon, which is going to be really cool. So this is a nice little hint there of what's to come in these games on this picture. And the second shot we see is out of the plane window is actually Hawaii itself. This is the first big hint in this trailer of where this new region is going to be set. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. I've never been lucky enough to go myself, but it should be nice to explore the Pokemon version of it and just to get a bit of a feel for what things are like over there. Just because you've got the huge volcano there in the middle, that's actually replicated on the map of the new region, which we'll see shortly. But some really cool imagery there just to get things kicking off and started. So the first of our Easter eggs is here. So if you just look next to Rowlett's fez, the boxes in the background that they've just moved into fez actually says Machoke Moving Company. So this is just a quick nod there to Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, as it's from the Machoke Moving Company that moves you into the town itself. So now again, one nice little cool little even joke and Easter egg there for Pokemon fans to pick up on. So we see the little boy at school on his first day. If you look on the whiteboard just above, you can see 4 names written on there and some shadows. So a bit of speculation going around at the moment. These are actually shadows of the artwork for the Elite Four members, and these are going to be their names. You can't really see too much, but it does actually bite, and Pokemon do tend to like hiding these sort of little hints and treats for the games that are upcoming in plain open sight pretty much. It's quite a nice little detail that's quite easy to miss, and hopefully that'll be the case, because you can't really tell much other than their legs, but we've got Katim, Pablo, Hoku, and LD, whoever that is, and then obviously the name that the little boy standing under is blank. We don't know who that is yet. Maybe we'll see, but definitely worth keeping an eye out for when those games hit later on in November. So we then cut to the little lad in the school diner. He's actually got a milk carton in front of him, and if you look at it, the milk carton is actually called Moo Moo Milk, which is quite a nice little nod, and has a picture of a Godstar milk tank sat on the front of it. So that little fat cow is going to make a little appearance in the trailer. It's quite a nice little touch, to be fair. There's another picture of it a bit later on in the trailer if you watch it. Haven't got that one on here, but again, not quite a nice little touch that I've put in. So they go into town, and we can see that they are watching the Pokemon launch shot there. So in the window to the left hand side of your TV screen, that is actually the Pokemon Sun Legendary's unique attack being fired off on there, because in the UK trailer we see the start of the Pokemon Moon's one, but we don't see the Pokemon Sun one's attack. So that's that actual attack in there. If you watch the trailer through, you get to see the full thing. It's pretty spectacular, to be fair, and looks really, really cool. So this is our first look at the game in-engine in this trailer. We're seeing here what looks like the new Professor waving at you, which I'm guessing is literally the start-up of the game where he's greeting you via, looks like possibly some sort of poker computer. It has been mentioned he looks not unlike the Duets. He's now actually got this guy from now, which is really cool. Maybe that was intentional, who knows, he does do a bit of work for a Pokemon company, but it's still quite a cool little twist. I believe this guy's name is Kukui, I think it is, which I believe is actually named after a tree on the Hawaiian Islands, which is quite a cool little nod there. So all the current Pokemon professors are named after trees. So this is our first look at the character select. This is a little bit more extensive than it was on Pokemon X, and a lot more extensive as to the point of it's actually in here than it was on Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. This is our first hint that we're actually going to get character customization. There better be a fez, and they better be a Stetson or a fedora, because that would be awesome. Because I really need the Stetson or Fedora and I'm running around on these maps. You can see the different skin tones there, and obviously we've got different hairstyles. I'm assuming you're going to be able to customise those through as the game goes on. You see both the male and female sprites, which is pretty cool. Next is our first look at the actual island itself. I think the region will be bigger than this. I've got a feeling this may just be a picture of the first island that we're going to be able to travel to. Because it doesn't look huge, to be fair, although it might look bigger on the ground when we're running around on there. But as you can see, there's the volcano from this first screenshot, which signifies that this is definitely Hawaii. Lots of nice sandy beaches, a big town to explore as well. We'll have a shot of that in a minute just to have a quick look at. But lots of travelling, probably too much water. IGN if you're watching, or GameSpot, whichever one you want to do, Mike Omega, Ruby Alpha Sapphire Dome, but we are on an island, so lots of opportunities there to surf and explore, so really, really excited to be exploring this new island. We see a shot of the in-game now, so this is one of the first shots. You see we've got a cool little Wailord item in the background, which is pretty cool, and just down by his mom you can see there's a Meowth walking around, which is pretty cool to see Pokemon actually in the overworld as well now. There's rumours actually, that, or speculation sorry I should say, that this mom is actually one of the female friends from Pokemon X and Y, or one of the Pigtails, who was a little bit annoying through the vast majority of the game, so it'd be interesting to see whether that pans out. I can kind of see it a little bit, maybe it is. It'd be interesting to see where, if that's the case, what the time difference is between those two games, because she does look a little bit, obviously quite a lot older in this one, but we'll have to see whether that's the case. And then the trailer ends with a little boy using Pokemon to make friends with his new kids at school, which is a really cool little message to put out on there. It's very, very true as well. I've met a lot of people, some of you guys are watching my channel who I haven't actually met, who I do consider friends, because we speak quite a lot on Twitter. If you guys aren't following me there, the link is on my account, so just click on that and follow me on there, because I do post quite active on Twitter quite a lot, so but quite a nice way of finishing this trailer off. And then we're going to jump into the UK one. So most of you guys have probably seen this, but this was the first shot in the UK trailer. There's a lot more game footage in this one, so we're going to see first shot of the new trainer. It's pretty generic, which again begs that it was probably going to be customization. In fact, on one of the other trailers, you can actually, on the Japanese trailer, you can see that the shirt colour is actually different. It's black as opposed to blue stripes, and there's other little sort of differences in the hat and the back hat, which again suggests there might be some degree of customization straight off the bat, and then maybe able to buy clothes later on. You see a Pikachu doll in the background there. That's pretty cool. That potentially means that we're going to get secret bases again, as it's the same doll model that was used in the Pokemon secret bases in Aurus. So that'd be quite a cool little feature to have back in there. It was quite good fun, to be fair. We get a nice shot of the overworld there, which is absolutely stunningly beautiful. There's a nice sweeping shot of the trainer running around here. It seems to be a much more closer camera angle than we had on the Aurus games, which were very much traditional Pokemon, quite high up and above. So it's nice to see these big sweeping cameras here. The region looks absolutely gorgeous as well. The Alona region, Aloha. I'm going to butcher these names, guys. Sorry. You can correct me down in the comment section below. Just spell them out phonetically for me. And I'll try not to get it wrong in further videos. So here's a look at, again, of our Pokemon Professor on the left, and this big guy who looks like Captain Lou Albano. If you don't know who he was an American wrestler. He's more famous both for playing Mario in the live-action version of the Super Mario Super Show. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's hilarious, but not in a good way. But it's definitely worth checking out. It's brilliant. So we see him here in his Orion dress. This is the guy that looks like he's going to give you the starters in the game, as you see him later on throwing the Pokeballs out. So whether or not he's a professor's assistant, or I'm kind of leaning towards this could be our champion. And he's here helping the professor out and setting Pokemon on his journey. If not, then definitely possibly a gym leader or something of that sort of nature. So it'd be interesting to see how that pans out in the game. It's just my thoughts. Let me know down below, guys, what you think this guy's role in the game is going to be. And so we get our first look at our starters there. So we've got Rowlett, Litten, and Populo. I'm a bit of a Rowlett fan, as you can see from down below. He's wearing the bow tie. He's immensely cool and cute. Can't wait to see what these guys evolve into. So it's our first look at Rowlett. There's a couple of other interesting things in this trailer. So we get our typing up, which is grass flying, which is really cool. We also get a look that Rowlett can actually turn his head around 180 degrees to look back at the trainer, which is so cool. I absolutely howled when I saw that on the trailer. I was like, that's brilliant. What's really interesting now as well, in the battles, it looks like you'll be able to see the trainer stood at the back. So they're actually on screen now, which is interesting. Whether this leads more rumours and credence to the fact that we're going to get Burst Heart or Pokemon Fusions, maybe, I don't know. I kind of hope not. I'd rather just see some new Megas. I'm not really that excited about the whole fusion thing. I don't think the competitive game needs any more different Mega Evolutions. After all, we've already got Megas and Primals in the mix. We need a fusion as well, because then that's half your team gone. And if you're not running them, you're going to be at a disadvantage. But we'll wait and see. You never know. We never know. So we get a shot of the female trainer there anyway, but it is quite cool that you can see them stood on the other end of the field. We see Litten here kicking the snot out of poor old Rowlett with a ember. And what's really cool with Litten is it looks like he's going to be pure fire at the start. Potentially going to pure dark looking at his design, but there's rooms of fire ground as well, so I'm not sure how that's going to pan out. And what I really liked is when he does the attack, you see the hairs on the back of his neck stand up, which is really cool. Hopefully that'll change to some sort of really cool fire attack, or fire or something coming out there a bit later on in the game when he evolves through. And then we've got Populo, who's our water type, potentially going to water ice. Is one of the rooms at the moment. This thing is ridiculously cute. He has got a little bit of hate online as a result. It does look like a clown. That big red schnoz doesn't help, to be brutally honest. It looks like it's been punched in the nose. Or some distant water-related relative of Rudolph, who knows. But I'm sure his final Evos will be pretty cool. Be interested to see what these guys look like when they're fully evolved. So we get a nice first shot of the town there. We see the yellow truck which was teased at in the original announced trailer, except it got Blastoise sat on the back, which is absent from this one. But this town looks huge. It looks a lot bigger than Lumino City. As you sort of see when you see the trailer, you get a much better sense of scale than the single picture does. But it does look pretty cool, to be fair. And does look pretty big. So, also if you look at the trainers t-shirts, it's not a very big picture. You can actually see the stripes are actually black on this one, which just suggests trainer customization, as we spoke about earlier. So, really can't wait to get on foot and get around this town and have a good look around. It's a shame that guy's parked in the bike lane though. Ticket coming his way, I think. Ticket coming his way. So this is our first look at our new rival, I believe. This is what this guy's role is going to be. I struggle to call them rival now. It's more friends than anything else. Like Gary Oak was a rival in Blue, because they just like beat you up when you were pretty much half dead and struggling, and then rocked up and beat holy hell out of you or taking a mick. And they've got a lot friendlier since. Obviously Serena was pretty much, hey, let's battle, but let me heal your Pokemon first, so it's a fair fight. That's fine, love. I'm only 20 levels above you. I'm just going to destroy your entire team now. And so this is our first look at him. He looks like a pretty happy chap. He's quite a cool dude with his hair up there. Very, again, Hawaiian feel to it. Obviously, we're on an Hawaiian-based region. So I'm interested to see what sort of part he plays in the story. So this was the bit of a trailer where I went absolutely mental. I'm not a massive fan of legendaries, but this beast, oh my lord, when it came on, it was showstopper. It's such a beautiful design. A few people have said it needs colouring in. I don't believe it does. I think it just stands out beautifully with the white, yellow and the orange. It's just a massive sunline. It's beautiful. Particularly when you get this shot of its face and you can see all the stars and everything in its face. It's got like the galaxy. It's like a clear glass see-through head with lit eyes, and then the galaxy shining behind, which is just such a cool, clever design with the sun logo in the middle of his skull there. It looks amazing. Can't wait to catch this thing. Then we see the Pokémon Moon legendary. This is it just going through one of its signature attack moves. What's quite cool is when its wings are down, those little bits on the bottom hang like stars. That's a really cool little nod. Again, it's got a similar sort of thing where you can see the galaxy in its face as it's perched and it's not going for an attack. But it looks, the designs on these legendaries, guys, are absolutely beautiful. I think Gamefreak have done a fantastic job with these. So UK launch available 23rd of November. Not the best. It's 5 days later than the rest of the world. I don't know why. It's probably some sort of legal reason, guys. It's frustrating for those of us in the UK. It's great for those of everybody else. I'm going with the fact that because us UK trainers are so good at Pokemon, everybody else needs a 5-day head start. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. It's probably not the case, but hey, you know, it makes me feel a little bit better in the fact that I've got to wait an extra 5 days to get my hands on the game, which is actually a Wednesday when I check, which is a bit weird. Wednesday's a strange release date, but games usually launch on Tuesday, Friday UK, so to get it on Wednesday is a little bit odd. If you guys know why we're getting it 5 days later than everybody else, drop it in the comments down below. I'd be really interested to see whether it's some sort of weird legal reason or something along those lines. And that brings us to the end of the video, guys. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this one and would like to see some more Pokemon Sun and Moon content on this channel, please go and let me know in the comment section below. Hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and this is the first time watching, go check out some of the other content on here. There's doubles battles, singles battles, showdown matches, and a few other bits and pieces thrown around as well, just for good measure. As well as some Moon updates, which should be coming shortly as soon as you get some more information. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that sub button. Much appreciated if you're trying to get to 100 subs on this channel before the end of the year. Every time you guys hit like or share, it's massively appreciated. Thank you for the guys that come out time and time again and support this channel. It really does keep me going sometimes, because it can get a little bit down sometimes when you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. But the support you guys are giving me at the moment is fantastic and absolutely appreciated. If I don't see you around, guys, I will see you on Battle Spot. Take care for now. Bye.